We're going to do our first small scale pattern alteration sample. It's a pant alteration, lengthening the leg. And we'll start with this pattern, but we need to first of all look at our pattern alteration chart. We have our personal measurements here and what we desire for the pant length. Over on the fifth column we have the finished garment measurement. So we need to do a little bit of math here. The length for the pattern, finished garment measurement, is 41.5. Well, this person wants their pant length to be 43.5. That's a difference of 2 inches. So over in the alteration column, we're going to put plus 2 inches. That's how much you would lengthen the full scale pattern. For our little sample though, we have to remember we're doing a 4th scale. So we're actually going to divide this number by 4. So our alteration for the 4th scale will be 1/2 inch. That's how much we will be increasing it. Okay? So we've got our little pattern here. Usually on the pattern it'll have a lengthen shortening line. We're going to go ahead and just use the knee line as our mark for lengthening. We're going to cut right there. And then we're going to use this cardboard grid to help hold our pattern down. You just need to put some pins in somewhere on the top part. And then you've got some strips of tissue. So just grab a piece and put it underneath, at least 1/4 inch, and put a pin or 2. And then take your tape and you're going to tape that on. Then we're going to take our ruler and we need to increase a 1/2 inch. So we're going to measure a 1/2 inch down from our cut edge and draw a line. Oops. Now I also like to make sure that that is straight the vertical way. So we're going to continue our grain line. That will help us line this bottom piece up just exactly where we need it. So we put that cut line on our drawn line, but also match up our grain line. Add your pins to help secure that because we'll be taping this. Tape in your tissue. Things should be lined up now, but we do have to true up our sides. Sometimes our seams or our cut edges can be distorted. So you'll take either the clear straight ruler, or if this was full scale, you might need a curved ruler. And we're just going to line that up. And then do the same here. If a little edge gets cut off, that's okay. We're truing up the outside edges. Now we'll take the pins out. We'll trim off the tissue to finish truing that up. For the sample, we're only going to do one, but when you do it for your real pattern, whatever you do to the front in length, you have to do the same thing to the back pattern so that our leg will be the same length. Now you'll take your new altered sample and take the provided cardstock for the lengthened leg, and you will glue that on using your glue stick, and you've got your sample for the lengthening leg. The next small scale sample we will do is the pant alteration, shorten the leg. And so we'll look at our alteration chart and we'll notice that finished garment measurement is 41.5, but the person actual length is 39.5. That's a difference of 2 inches. So that's a minus 2 inches. If we were doing this full scale, we would take off or fold up 2 inches. But remember, for our sample, we're doing 4th scale, so we divide the 2 by 4, which gives us a 1/2 inch. So that's negative 1/2 inch. We want to remove a 1/2 inch from our pattern. There are two ways we could do that. We could cut it and then overlap, or we can fold it. And usually on a commercial pattern, it will have a line where you can just fold it to make it shorter or petite. So we will put the ruler on that line, but have a 1/2 inch coming down, and we'll draw on that. So remember, we're doing 1/4 scale. And then you will crease that bottom line and bring it up to the top line there. So we have shortened it, and we don't even need to pin it down. I think we can just tape it with that. And then when that's finished, you will mount it on your cardstock for the pant alteration shorten leg.